Hey there, all my shut-in Facebook friends. You still enjoying being home alone? Are you getting bored with my stories yet? Well, whose fault is that? You pressed play. You could have moved to the next post. Psst, no sympathy for me. I want to give you a little demonstration before I do very quick kind of setup, a little prologue here. I do magic shows. Sometimes after shows I do lectures. That sounds kind of pretentious and didactic. They're really more like workshops. I teach people some magic tricks, teach them a little bit of history of magic, the methodology behind it, and the psychology that makes the magic happen. Usually that is because of two things. People have terrible memories and they are not very observant. Now, some people think that their memories are fantastic and they are very observant, and studies show that those are the people that are actually the worst. So, this is a little trick this isn't really a trick. Okay, well, it is a trick, but it's not a magic trick. It's not a trick with cards. It's a trick with observation and memory. You're going to see a little something here, and you got to try to pay attention and see if you can recount what you thought you saw. A little demonstration I like to call eyewitness. All right, all my little trained observers out there, you are about to witness a crime right in front of your very eyes. Well, really more like right in front of your very devices. Let me give you some ground rules. The entire crime is going to happen on the jeweler's mat. Nothing outside the boundaries is going to be of any significance whatsoever. No trickery going on out here, I promise. Secondly, the people at the crime, both the bystanders and the perpetrator, are going to be played by these cards. Got it? Cards are for people. This is the scene of the crime you're going to watch. And pay attention, kids, because I promise there's going to be a quiz. You ready? Here comes the crime right now. Okay, that's it. Crime's over. So here's our first question. How many people were at the scene of the crime? All right, what do you think? 4 cards? 5 cards? 6 cards? 7, 8, 9, 10 cards? 12 cards? It's a little tough, isn't it? Get a number and think to yourself, how confident are you in that number? Are you confident enough that you could send someone to jail for the rest of their life based on your memory of that number? Yeah, see, that puts it in a new perspective, doesn't it? All right, I'm going to give you a chance to count the people at the scene of the crime once again. Here we go. Okay. Do you have a better count now? Well, yeah, when you're paying attention, it's a lot easier to know exactly what to look for. All right, so here's the second question. Now that we have a really good idea how many people were at the scene of the crime, let's do a little profiling. Some of these cards were red, some of them were black. How many of each? Do you know? See, you're like, I should have paid attention to that. All right, I'm going to let you see the scene of the crime one more time. Here we go. We're going to reenact it. Ready? And go. Here we go. Scene of the crime is done, all accounted for. So here's the question. How many were red, how many were black? Again, when you know what to look for, it makes it a lot easier, doesn't it? All right, so let's go to the next one. Can you identify one single person at the scene of the crime? By one person, I mean one card. And I mean specifically 2 of hearts, 5 of diamonds. Can you name one, just one of the people at the scene of the crime? I'm going to let you think about it. All right, one more little shot here. I'll let you kind of go through these here a little bit. Take a look. I'm not going to go too slow because I don't want to make this too easy, but okay, good. Now, hopefully, you can at least identify one of the members at the scene of the crime. All right, the good news is we don't have to worry about your eyewitness testimony at all. The police already caught the guy and they took him to jail. You can tell he's in prison because he's wearing the X on the back. In the card world, prisoners have a big X on the back. I'm not going to let you see the face of this card because we're going to mix it amongst all of the innocent bystanders. So one of these cards is the guilty guy, the others are innocent, and you're going to have to figure out which one it is. And it shouldn't be that hard. If you were paying attention, the guilty guy is the only card you have not seen yet. Let's make it challenging though. Here we go. Okay, mix them all up. Good. Now I'm going to give you an old-fashioned police lineup here. Here we go. Perfect. All right. There's the police lineup. Can you tell which one is the guilty guy? It's the only one you haven't seen. Just kind of think, if you were paying attention, one new card is in there. Which one is it? You give up? All right. We're going to be able to test your theory if you think you're right, because the guilty one is the only one that has an X on his back. As long as we find the one card with the X on the back, it should be really easy to figure out who done it. It's not this guy, I promise you that. You know why? This is the police officer. He's the one that arrested the guy. How can I tell? Well, because police officers always wear blue.